Hello viewers, and welcome to the first of our F1 2014 videos then. So recorded almost 2 weeks ago, I managed to get a quick go on the game before obviously going on my journeys. And of course, first things first, let's check out the game, manual, harder settings, and race around a track I know well, Suzuka, see what the handling's like. Well, the first things first, the handling is very different. I know lots of people say, well, it's F1 2013 and it's no different. Well, actually, the handling is considerably different. Of course, the gearing this time is different as well. So the car's moving about a lot more. There's a lot more wheel spin. Quite tricky with all the settings off. And the other thing is, you'll notice I'm in the wrong gear a lot of the time. And that's because I'm used to a 6-gear car. I've been using a 6-gear car around this circuit for many, many years. And so now you're having to learn all the gearing for all the corners again, and you're having to learn whether you can go higher and use the torque of the engine now as well with all the extra torque abilities. We come down to the hairpin and shift down through the gears, avoiding the wheel spin nicely on the exit. You're having to straighten the car out now and keep the car much straighter through the corners. I see an opportunity to attack on the inside there, not able to use it this time. Backing out the power slightly into the apex. You can see the car was oversteering for me slightly there. That sent me wide on the second part of the spoon curve as we go down now up to 130R. And I was listening to the revs of the engine rather than using the shift lights as such, and that's because the shift lights can be a little bit deceiving. Again, you're getting wheel spin, and of course wheel spin makes the shift lights appear at max even though the wheels haven't necessarily got full traction. So you're using the torque of the car to drag you forward, really max out the speed. So I'm all fingers and thumbs at the moment. First ever lap, that's it, completed on F1 2014. What have I found? Well, I found wheel spin, I found my gearings all over the place, and it needs a bit of learning. And no doubt many of you watching this video will have way more time than myself to actually maximize it. I look forward to what some of the F1 community members can come up with. I'm sure there's going to be lots of new techniques in terms of gearing and how to maximize your speed on these courses. Racing around here in the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton, and we'll see how he gets on at the Grand Prix this weekend as well, obviously taking the lead of the championship. The bad luck recently falling to Nico Rosberg as they fight. Whoa, changing the back end, stepping out on me there. You can hear the car spinning out. So at this point, how am I finding it? I'm finding the handling quite tricky. Trying different gears, trying first that time. I tried second before. I just wanted to see what the pickup was like out the corner. First gear is just a bag of wheel spin, so it's something I won't be using very often. Some of the corners where I'm in third, I'm now going up to fourth, but we'll see this in the next couple of videos. Again, round that spoon curve again. Still not comfortable with it at all though. Handling was again a surprising departure. Is it a simulator? Well, no, it's not a full-on simulator. There are limitations, and I feel much of that is down to the hardware. We are running on the PS3 version here, and obviously that always means there's going to be some limitations in terms of how the game runs and what it's able to do. Always tricky around that final chicane. You can hear that the wheel spin, even in third gear, you get a lot of wheel spin now. Third and fourth gear, there's wheel spin. Oh, it is tricky, has to be said. Into the first couple of corners. I'm using the classic gears there, but getting a bit of understeer. Straightening the car, mind you. Going in fourth, well, I'd normally do third through there just to see if it's working better for me. Now the car's spinning out, you can see there, really low traction, lots of movement. Down to third, I felt there was a bit too much movement there, trying to regain traction. Now waiting on the gears until I feel the traction's there before shifting up. So I don't always feel you need to use the 8th gear at the moment. Again, shifting a gear higher that time because it was telling me to see how it worked for me, and it didn't work great. So again, scrambling and trying to use the gears differently. Into the hairpin. You can hear those wheels spinning about. Traction very tricky. So in terms of simulation, obviously I think Codemasters have always found a nice balance. I think it's always been good fun. And I think here it's nice to see that there is a change in the handling of the cars. Considerable departure, in fact. You can see the car there, back end stepping out again on the power. I'll clearly have to relearn how to drive these cars yet again with the new gearing and the new handling characteristics. And so that's coming to the end of this first race. Race 2, we'll be looking at the new Sochi course and then working out how to drive these cars as well. And in future videos I'll maximise the potential a little bit more and go through it all in a bit more detail. But for a first run, that was interesting, but we need to play a bit more and see how we go. But that's it for part 1. More soon.